Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is DB333 and welcome to Hearts Iron 4 Kaiserreich. Now, last time we played Kaiserreich, we played as South Africa. We put the Dominionists into power. We reformed the Federation of South Africa, rejoined the Entente, and we moved to try to help the Entente out and restore everything. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. France kind of fucked things up because the AI is stupid. But yeah, anyway, it's a new campaign now. Waking the Tiger still hasn't come out at the time of recording this, so I decided to start another campaign quickly. And so yeah, let's hop in. Other countries, we are not going to be in Europe today. I think I was saying before we were going to do Ireland, but I decided against that because an Ireland game didn't really seem too interesting, if I'm honest. In Africa, first off, we played here before, so don't want to double down on it. But secondly, there's not too many countries to play anyway. Not going to play it in Europe or Asia at all. We're actually heading to the New World, mainly Brazil. Let's do Iron Man, so you guys know I'm not cheating. Kaiserreich, Brazil, LP. Alright, so let's load in. Alright, so thank you. Tell me everything. Alright, so let's set our national focus real quick. The election, the pop-up will tell us more, but from what I know, the big 1970 election, 37 election, I should say, it's kind of going to be like the determining factor on what ends up on what path the country takes. We'll get into that soon, like I said. But yeah, so let's get sport weapons, mechanical engineering, and basic machine tools going. We have 6 divisions, I believe. Yeah. 2 infantry, 2 militia, cavalry, and garrison. Let's give you a general. Newton Cavalcanti. Let's go with you. Some civil factories going in Rio de Janeiro. Minas Gerais? Haras? I'm not sure. My Portuguese is not very good. It's honestly terrible. I don't know any Portuguese, honestly, so I apologize if I probably am gonna butcher some of this, I realize, and I am sorry for that. So bear with me here. Let's go Divisão de Infantaria. I mostly know Spanish. I know Spanish and is similar to Portuguese, so I'm kind of gonna be assuming that the pronunciations are more or less the same. So if I am incorrect, feel free to correct me in the comment section below. Anyway, so there's a pop-up. Political situation. Brazil's fragile First Republic has been on the brink of its end since her humiliating defeat by Argentina on last year's war. The apparent stability represented by the Café com Leite doctrine dominates Brazilian politics by the landed oligarchies of Sao Paulo and Minas Gerais is revealing itself a farce as general dissent against the federal government becomes more and more apparent. Old rivalries between different sectors of society are awakened. Dissatisfaction by the local elites of the South and Northeast against the governments in Rio and also by the industrialists in Sao Paulo, is growing. The Cangaço bandits, led by figures like Lampião and Corsico, are running rampant and harassing farmers in Ceará, Bahia, and Pernambuco. The Brazilian Workers' Confederation, an umbrella organization for the syndicalist movement, is sponsoring heavy labor strikes in the south-southeast. Meanwhile, populist and nationalist thoughts are growing among the army and the middle class. Not even the armed forces can be trusted anymore. The tenentes, the nonpartisan junior officers who organize in the mutinies among the army during the final stages of war, can and will be mobilized by any side of the political spectrum. Emergency elections have been called for August, and some say only a miracle can save democracy in Brazil. Well, we'll see what will happen in August then. I thought it was next year, but I guess it's going to be this year that the election's happening. We're not working on our dockyards. We can't really build much anyway. Convoys. So yeah, in Kaiserreich there was a war between Argentina, I think it was Bolivia and Paraguay, and those nations. Brazil stepped in, and while it was looking like they were going to win, they ended up not winning. And La Plata here ended up winning. So, as a result, that was kind of embarrassing. Okay, Padre Siqueiro passes away this morning. Father Siqueiro Romao Batista died peacefully during his sleep at the old age of 92. The local leader, revered as a saint by the peasantry of the northeastern states, was seen as an eminence grise by the political class in Ceará, acting as a neutral mediating party on disputes between the corones, the landed oligarchs of the northeast. His charisma will be missed. Kerensky's dead. So yeah, this is that was kind of a kicking point for the whole conflict. It's going to be happening soon. Let's line up the troops on the La Plata border. Because, okay. This morning, the small city of Cruzeiro, Sao Paulo, was visited by remaining leaders of the Brazilian Communist Party, Partido Comunista Brasileiro, as they organized their clandestine and fourth party congress. Founded in 1922 and much present on the early days of the labor movement, the PCB is now a shadow of its former self, as a great part of its leaders and members have moved to other movements and parties, such as the Workers' and Peasants' Blocks, or Bloco Operacio e Campones, Brazilian Workers' Confederation, the CBT, Confederação Brasileira dos Trabalhadores, and the Socialist Revolutionary Party, PSR, Partido Socialista Revolucionário. The strict adherence to the old Soviet Bolshevik doctrine by party inner circles is seen by most as the main reason for its failure. With that in mind, the Rump Party voted by a great majority to now dissolve itself and be absorbed by the CBT. A small part of the old guard, however, led by Octavio Brenau, is keeping an eye on developments of totalist ideas in Britain, and have already announced that the party may be refounded on the near future. Alright then. So yeah, the election is going to be coming up soon. It's either... Let me pull up the exact one. It's either going to be, it's either going to be Nat Pop, Cindy, Vargas, paternal autocrats, or democracy. Oh no. Today, the Brazilian Workers' Confederation, led by Astrogildo Pereira, announced a major strike in Sao Paulo. All the industry has stopped producing, as most of the city's workers have joined the movement. The picketers are demanding a complete review of the labor laws, insinuating common minimum wage for all states and other workers' rights. The organization is willing to negotiate starting now. Let's negotiate with them after they start the strike. So basically, I have democracy. There's Black Monday. Fascists who can later become imperialist, I believe, which is interesting. Cindy's or paternal autocrats. We're going to be going. The major is still in complete halt as the Brazilian Workers' Confederation maintains their picketing. Movement is now spreading west to Rio de Janeiro. I'm not entirely sure. Local CBT chapter, led by Minervino de Oliveira, has already announced their intent to join in. Some of the government say that we can't be held ransom by syndicalist scum and recommend heavy police action. Oh God, that's a lot of political power loss. Oof. Let's wait. Ooh. That's totalist, yeah. That's certainly interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of political power we just lost, Jesus. So we're going to be done with Uneasy Peace soon. After that, we'll get working on a Black Monday. There we are, Uneasy Peace. Don't know why I exited out of that, but Lessons of Black Monday. Our ideology has grown. We don't need this right now. Yeah, I figured as much. How's our construction looking now? Not good. Not good at all. First International Congress. I guess we'll see. So first still doing the trade union. Right. So we'll see who ends up becoming what. What ends up happening. Such. Good construction. But yeah, we're going to be going with Republicanos, led by Getulio Vargas. Ooh, this is going to be a big totalist game, it looks like. I'm not a fan of that. Anyway, Vargas was the actual president of Brazil for a while, from I think it was 1930 until 1945, and then he was re-elected in 1950, and then he killed himself in 54. He was put in through a coup. He was supposed to be temporary, but as coups go, and him not being temporary, people were speculating that during the time that he was going to join the Axis and side with Hitler, but he ended up not doing that. He ended up going side with the Allies at the very end there. He ended up being couped out again by the army, who didn't want. By the way, I might be getting this wrong. I just read a Wikipedia article on this, so I apologize if I'm getting any of this wrong. But from my understanding, he was couped out because after World War II was over, by the army, because they wanted to restore democracy, even though the army put him in charge in the first place. But people liked him enough that they re-elected him. But then people realized, this guy's kind of a dictator. We don't like him. So, yeah, they kind of kicked him out. And they didn't kick him out. He was getting controversial, so he killed himself. I'm probably got some of that wrong. Feel free to correct me. That's not Mussolini. So, yeah. Yeah. Not entirely sure if that's entirely correct. But from my understanding, that's how it went. That's who this guy is. Very big populist. Passed some reforms. I believe he did secret ballots. Made some labor conditions a bit better in Brazil. but from my understanding, didn't entirely work out. Wasn't entirely perfect how it actually worked out. Influenced Brazil's economy pretty a lot, and yeah. Whether it's good, negatively or positively, I can't really comment. But yeah, Arab Congress. Poland elects a new king. National focus set. Let's do... What do we want to do exactly? Let's go Matarazzo Conference. Yeah. If I got any of that wrong, by the way, please correct me. I'm curious about this time period. Alright. Well, here's re-election. Due to the unstable political situation in our country, especially after our defeat on the Platine War, emergency elections... Oh, fuck, I didn't set my timer. Have been called for the 1st of August. 4 main coalitions are disputing. First, we have the Aliança Nacional Libertadora, or National Liberation Alliance, a broad front for left-wing parties composed of a Socialist Revolutionary Party and the political sides of BOC and CBD syndicalists. Next, we have the Liberal Democrats, Liberal Democratas, an ad hoc coalition of center-left and liberal forces under former President Julio Prestes, politically experienced and presenting themselves as a moderate alternative to the present situation. Further to the right, we have the Republicans, or Republicanos, a coalition of conservative parties, joining landowners, and industrial capitalists with the right-wing forces of the military under the leadership of populist Getulio Vargas. The fourth main coalition are the authoritarian Brazilian Integralist Action, AIB, Acau Integralista Brasileira, the Nationalist and Populist Party under Plinko Salgado. After a very passionate campaign, the elections took place today. As the votes were counted, the next president of Brazil was announced. Getulio Vargas. Tradition has scored a victory. The people of Brazil have chosen Getulio Vargas of the Republican bloc as the new president. Coming from a traditional rancher family of the Southern Pampas, Vargas was seen by his coalition as a compromise candidate, appeasing the landowners of the South, Southeast, and Northeast, the industrial bourgeoisie, and thanks to his states' rights platform, a whole range of conservative forces. Plus, his populist speeches also seduced a portion of the proletariat, thanks to his promises of new labor laws and a more efficient social security system. Now, for an even more effective governing of Brazil, we must consider some political alliances with other voting blocs. Should Vargas attempt to deal with right-wing tenentes led by Ricardo Gaspar Dutra, his old friend from his time on the army? Some, however, are dreaming of coalition with Nationalist Acau Integralista Brasileira. Despite the obvious differences between the AIB, the pro-states' rights Republicanos, and the authoritarian AIB, some of their policies are perfectly compatible with ours. Plus, this would mean greater support from middle class. Should we get like we can run everything by ourselves, I think. In Brazil, at least until we enact a new constitution, the president acts as head of state, although real power must be shared with his chief minister of the presidency, Ministério Chefe da Casa Civil. He's responsible for assisting the president, overseeing all cabinet requests and bureaucratic procedures involving the presidency, and is also responsible for negotiations with the state governments, with the ministers, and with both houses of Congress. Our bloc has put forward 3 different candidates for the post. Former governor of Sao Paulo, Altino Arantes, would surely appease the industrial classes and coffee breeders of the state. Another good choice would be Mauricio Gaspar Dutra, Vargas' old friend from the army, and one of the few successful leaders of a war against Argentina. Finally, if we want to please the oligarchs from Northeast, Paribas Governor Joao Pessoa would be the ideal candidate. Oof, that's a lot of consumer goods factories. I'm not a... Let's go with Eurico Gaspar Dutra. Seems pretty legit. Doesn't have these nasty penalties along with him. Yeah, let's go with him. Let's go a little bit longer. I don't know how long this is gonna go for because I forgot to set my timer because I'm an idiot. My popularity. Alright, I'll take that. That's nice. So yeah. The Estado Novo is a thing. Alright, the unsellable coffee. Coffee planters of Sao Paulo have approached us, due to the Berlin crisis, coffee prices are falling day by day on the international market, and farms in the other southern states are filling their warehouses with more and more unsellable harvests. According to our economists, if we don't do something, the agricultural crisis will get worse and will soon affect other sectors of the economy. Since the landowners are our political allies, there is no reason to turn our backs on them. Alright. Here's my idea, right? Just buy it and burn it, okay? That'll work, right? I know there's a civil war that happens sometimes. I just don't know how to stop it. I'm hoping it's going to be kind of self-evident to prevent it like it was South Africa. That campaign I did. We'll have to see. Burn, coffee, burn. All across the southern states, giant bonfires are burning thousands of sacks of coffee. According to our economists, this will reduce the offer of Brazilian coffee worldwide, which will in turn raise the price on the international markets. Even we have to spend some money on this. This investment will return to us in form of taxes eventually. I'll drink to that. Nice cup of coffee. Alright. I'm gonna end that here. I don't want it to go for too long. I figure better to be on the short side than the longer side. I don't know how long this is, but like I said. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of my content in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Uploads are going to be going up every weekday, as well as every Saturday. Yeah, if you have any feedback or comments or suggestions or corrections for me, comment section below is a place to leave them. I appreciate any all feedback you have for me, and I will make sure, and even if I don't reply to all comments, know that I read them all. I have a Patreon down in the link below if you want to support me financially. I'd appreciate it if you could. I can't make ad revenue off any of these videos, so Patreon is the only real way I can make any money. So if you think I deserve some bucks, feel free to check it out. There's some reward tiers there that I hope will entice you to consider it. Also have a Discord down link below if you want to check that out. We can chat, play games, just have a good old time, you know? That's really about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Doggo333. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.